In today's Leeds news, new home kit launched. Andy Robinson on the mend. Wober exit update. Left back wasn't at Leeds, and today's rumour mill stories with Gus Hamer and Nuno Tavares. Morning folks, welcome back to View. Friday morning, the 4th of July for your Leeds United news. I hope your week's gone really well so far. It's gone really quiet around the place, which usually means there's a signing about to pop in the door. We'll wait and see on that. We've got some clarification on some of the rumours that floated around online yesterday, or more a case of debunking most of them. We've got a brand new kit as well to get stuck into, and we will. Just a really quick reminder, I haven't talked about it in a while, and I apologise if I've overpushed this, but the Content Creator Cup takes place on July 20th at the John Charles Stadium for Sport. You can get tickets at the gate if you want it. We have a bar as well on the day now as well. That has been confirmed, so you can come, have a pint, watch the game and have a bit of a laugh with us as well. So if you want to get tickets, they're down below, but you can just pay on the day as well. We've got a decent crowd coming so far. It'd be nice to see everybody there. We're nearly there, the 20th. We're ticking down. The lads are all busy getting fit for this, so be a bit of a laugh. Come down, have a chat with us. Right, let's crack on. Let's start off with the news, and we'll start off with the new neat Leeds United home kit, which has, well, lived up to some of the leaks. The most recent set of leaks around the Leeds United home kit were correct, and Leeds' new home kit is available online and in store as they have reopened today on July 4th. The kit, which is an all-white kit with the blue 3 Adidas stripes on the top of the shirt, as well as the low-fields tunnel design within the cuff and collar, and then the Red Bull design across the middle. It's very similar to last season's kit, but I'm personally, in my case, I love an all-white kit. This is probably as close as I'm going to get to that as well. So it's fine by me. I don't like them mucking around with the home kit. But Ed Coburn from Asset FC has done a really good mock-up of what it could have looked like had they stuck with them. And I'm a big fan of giving them the rights to make Leeds kits going forward after the Peacock design that they made a couple of years ago as well. Cracking looking kit, but if you're not into that one, I wouldn't worry too much about it. 2 away kits are set to be launched in the next couple of weeks as well, and likely see them messing around and playing around with that one a little bit more. The goalkeeper's kit has also been put out as well, and this one's really nice as a goalkeeper's kit goes. It's a blue shirt with a light blue gradient design across it and a light blue tonal badge built into that as well. And you can see them all on screen. Looks pretty sharp on Jayden Bogle, the white kit, to be honest, which is a lot more yellow in it, which I do like. But yeah, you can understand there's not a huge amount of difference to last season's kit. But it's an all-white kit, and I'm okay with that. We'll see. But everyone has their own choices on that. But more kits to come. Let's move on. Let's talk about a former Leeds United player had a bit of a scare over the last couple of days. And former Leeds United winger Andy Robinson was in the news last night after he suffered a heart attack over the last couple of days. Robinson is now 45 years of age. And during his time at Leeds United, he made 50 appearances for the club and scored 7 times as well. Bit of a dead ball specialist during a very weird time at the club for Leeds United. Robinson is now said to be in a stable condition in hospital and is on the mend, and we all wish him a very speedy recovery, and our thoughts go to his family. A very scary time. It's one thing that I'm constantly terrified of happening is a heart attack, but good to hear that he's in a good condition. Good to hear that he's on the mend. I quite liked Andy when he was at Leeds, and again I say it was a very strange time at Leeds United around them, but Robinson came in from Swansea, did a good job for Leeds, and a dead ball specialist, which we're all screaming for right now. If Leeds could get one in this summer, it'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? We've got all this big height in the team. It'd be great to get somebody who could deliver a cross or a free kick, wouldn't it? Let's move on. Let's talk about the exit that has been talked about in the last couple of days and a bit of an update on this. And according to Sky Sports journalist Florian Plettenberg, he says, consider the Max Wober to Werder Bremen transfer a done deal, with an announcement expected in the next couple of days. Plettenberg says that there is now a full agreement in place between Leeds United and Werder Bremen, and Wober is expected to sign a 4-year deal at the club. The fee is said to be in the low single digits for the transfer, with Giuseppe Laborate from the boot room saying that it's around about £5.1 million, which is slightly more than I thought we were going to be getting in for the player. This fee would give Leeds a PSR profit into the next PSR run and ends Wober's time at the club. Laboretta also claims that Daniel Farke was angry with Wober's attitude and declared that he didn't want him at the club moving forward. Another journalist from Austria, Peter Linden, said on his website that Farke was left angry after Wober refused to return to the club and took the loan release option when Leeds were relegated to the Championship, and that didn't change when Wober returned. The Austrian centre-back had multiple injuries over the course of last season, and that basically ruled him out of the bulk of the campaign and added to speculation that the player possibly just didn't want to be at the club anymore. Wober confirmed a few weeks ago that Leeds United had told him they planned to sell him this summer. And now with Sebastian Bornau and Jakob all coming in the door, Max Wober is free to leave the club and move on. And we should see this one wrapped up nicely over the next couple of days. So that will bring an end to Max Wober's time at Leeds United. And if they can get £5.1 million in for him, considering everything that's gone on, it's probably not a bad fee just to end his time at the club. And again, as long as it's PSR profit, anything over 5 million, I believe, was a PSR profit, but Leeds were expected to make a loss on this one, but that'll be good. Let's move on. Let's talk about a left back that has been constantly talked about, and all the rumours yesterday have floated around X and online. And for the second time in a few weeks, the online stories that Gabriel Gudmundsson had flown into Leeds and was at Thorpe Arch for a medical yesterday have now been debunked again. Gudmundsson was caught on camera as Lille returned to pre-season training yesterday, and that was put out via their social media team, and I don't think it was done by an accident either. Despite claims on X yesterday that Gudmundsson had flown in, he was very clearly caught on the video shaking hands with the social media manager during that time, and this adds to a flurry of false online claims over the course of this summer of players being pictured or arriving at Thorpe Arch for medicals which haven't materialised at all. As for Gudmundsson and the deal itself, right now Leeds are still set to be in negotiations with Lille and the player around the potential move, and some reports even claim that a deal is close to being done or even finalised at this point. Leeds return to pre-season training on Monday morning, and they will see Jakob, Sebastian Bornau and Lucas Nemecha in the door for day one. And there's still a very strong possibility that Gabriel Gudmundsson could join them in that if a deal gets done over the course of the weekend. As I say, it's very quiet right now, and when it gets this quiet, especially with the local journalists, something tends to be rumbling on in the background and then tends to come out. But as of Thursday evening, yesterday, Gudmundsson had not travelled to Leeds and was not at Thorpe Arch, and a medical had not been booked. That's where we are with that one right now. Leeds are still confident of getting a deal done for him, but there is still some competition for that player, but we'll see how it goes. Let's move into the rumour mill territory, and I will warn you ahead of time, these are some wild swinging for the fences in these two stories, but again, I'll give you the story from the back pages and you can decide whether you like them or not. Let's start off with Gus Hamer, and according to Team Talk, and I would take this one with a bucket of salt, they claim that Gus Hamer wants to leave Sheffield United this summer and will snub moves abroad in order to force a move to a Premier League side. Sheffield United are said to want between 18 to 20 million pound for Hamer, who is said to be a player on Leeds United's shortlist after they missed out on him last summer. The fee is likely to be a big issue in this transfer, despite having been the Championship Player of the Year. Leeds valued him at in and around 13 million pounds last season, and 18 to 20 is a very unlikely fee for Leeds to pay this summer, as well as other clubs that are said to be interested in him. There is said to be significant interest in the Eredivisie in the Netherlands in Hamer, who did grow up in the Netherlands but was born in Brazil, but he has said himself he doesn't want a move to the Eredivisie and he wants to play Premier League football next season. Again, this is coming from Team Talk, and in my personal opinion, with the fee being mentioned, there's a little bit of clutching at straws happening here in this situation. So we'll see how it goes. We know that there was some interest in him. I think Hamer's a kind of a player Leeds might move for if they don't get any of their other targets this summer. He could be a very late one to do. But yeah, for me, that fee, 18 to 20 million pounds, seems very, very unlikely. Let's move on. The second transfer rumour of the day, and again, this one, there's a hefty chunk of salt on this one. The cholesterol levels going through the roof. But another one straight out of left field, and former Arsenal left full Nuno Tavares has been linked with a move to several Premier League clubs for the upcoming season. Tavares made 30 appearances last season for Lazio and could be on the move 1 year after joining the Serie A side. Lazio brought Tavares in June last year for £6.5 million and are now said to be keen to sell the player on, and are looking for anything between 17 to 21 million pounds, and they say they're not willing to take a discount on the player, despite the reports claiming it is them that want to sell the player more so than clubs banging down their door to buy him. So that fee just seems incredibly excessive. Nearly 4 times the amount of money they paid for him 12 months ago. I would say this, Tavares can play on both fullback positions. He's a good fullback. He's an attack-minded fullback. He clocked up 9 assists last season for Lazio. There is lots of interest in him, lots of clubs being named, but it is coming out of Italy, and right now this summer, Leeds' name has just been attached to any story of a player coming out of Italy, and it does seems to be just be used right now as a means to increase the price and interest in certain players. Price tag again for me on this one is absolutely nuts. Incredibly unlikely that Leeds would pay that kind of money for a player who cost 6 million a year ago and didn't exactly set the Premier League on fire when he was at Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. He has had some other good stints at other clubs, but for me, not likely this one. But we'll you decide yourself. You can let me know in the comments what you think, but I don't. Yeah. Very much a rumour. Right, folks, that'll be it for me today. Back tomorrow afternoon for the live news wrap-up of the whole week, where we cover all the news of the entire week and tell you where that's landed and what's happened. And if there is something going on in the background that Leeds today, we might get some news tomorrow about that one. So I will see you tomorrow then at some point to talk about that. Have a great rest of your day. Hope the weather's better where you are. Enjoy your evening. Talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.